Hello and welcome back, everyone, to our Pokemon Omega Ruby run. And this episode, slightly more plot in Petalburg Woods as we get introduced to this mysterious new character. She's a member of Team Magma at the moment, though.
Roger.
And we won't see her again until post-game.
Yeah, since when do we concentrate on any of the individual grunts on either Team Magma or Team Aqua?
Like never. Mostly because it's a change for the remake. And here we have our Lady... What is her name? Lady Sydney. Yes, Lady Sydney is the other...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and she's got a Raikou.
Yeah, sure.
As her first Pokemon. Anyway, she's the other major money sink in the game, at least for me. It's Rich Boy Winston and Lady Cindy that I will bounce back and forth on if I ever need cash.
Icicle Clash. That's actually not good.
I mean, we're a poison type. We should be okay. And Raikou's not all that good at physical attacks.
Wait.
Raikou is a speedy special sweeper.
Wait,
after all.
You're telling me that Icicle is a non-ice attack?
It is an ice attack.
But why does it have physical stat attached to it instead of special attack stat?
Oh, right! You stopped playing in Gen 3. You don't know about this. Okay. Alright, so, allow me to go on a small rant about why I hate fucking Gen 4. Generation 4 specifically introduced one of the biggest and best changes in for the entirety of the Pokemon franchise. It introduced the physical special split. However, the physical special split, despite it being absolutely fucking amazing and essential, is one of the big reasons why I hate Generation 4. Because in Generation 4, in Generation 3. It was in Generations 1, 2, and 3, it was very easy to determine what type of attacks did what type of damage. Move type determined which stat it was calculating for damage outputs. So for example, poison, ground, and rock type attacks all built off of the physical stat, whereas fire, electric, and water attacks built off of the special stat. Generation 4 split it so that specific attacks now pull from different stats. So Poison Tail, Dual Chop, and Acrobatics pull from the physical stat, and Sludge Wave, Psychic, and Thunderbolt pull from the special stat. This makes the entire balance in Generation 1 and 2 completely thrown out the window. It's a huge buff to Sneasel personally, but I've never been able to reconcile with it. I just haven't.
It gets downright confusing, because you figure a game with this many rules, this many types, and this many attacks, like, what if you lose track?
And it's very easy to lose. It's very easy to lose track, which is why all of the games post Gen 4 have the ability to examine moves in combat, telling you what their base power is, what stat they pull from, what their type is, how much PP they have, and a brief description of what the attacks can do, including special effects. The physical special split is a godsend for most of the Pokemon franchise. It really is, and I fucking hate it.
Twins.
I don't have a good reason for hating it, though. I don't. It steroids Sneasel to being almost usable, but the real reason why Gen 4 steroids Sneasel is by giving it an evolution. But I still don't like the physical special split. It's a great thing. It is, but I have a personal grudge against it. It specifically makes, as Cloud mentioned, it specifically makes the not type matchups, but type effectiveness for Pokemon significantly more confusing. You know how Ninetales was honestly one of the better Fire-type Pokemon in Generation 1?
Yeah.
She actually managed to stay that effective.
You just got wiped out in one attack.
Well, yeah, my guys were at critical health, and I got hit by what is effectively a relatively good special attacker.
So now you got to go all the way back to the Oldale Pokemon Center. Actually, Petalburg.
Not Oldale, no, we're in Rustboro. Not Rustboro, but
because
well,
Gerdat, if your critters were at critical health, why did you? Those twins do not automatically challenge you to a battle. You have to.
Oh yes, they do.
They do.
If you have two Pokemon, and you walk in front of them, they will automatically challenge you.
But if you didn't have two Pokemon, they wouldn't challenge you?
That is correct. This is our introduction to double battles, so they have to challenge you if you have two Pokemon. And for the record, I thought I could get away with it because my Sneasel's a total of like 6 levels higher than he's supposed to be.
Well, but not when he's only got 8 hit points left.
No, like individual hit point values actually matter in this game. Need I remind you that Chansey and Blissey both have over 600 HP at the end of the game, and they still get one shot if you put them up against a Machamp.
Alright, so now the scores are even, except that apparently Vaporeon has a goddamn, magic bullet up his ass that also does the earthquake/surf thing where it hits everybody else in play too.
No, 1,000 Waves only hits your opponents.
Only hits opponents.
And it's a ground type move. Oh, and it locks us in. 1,000 Waves is actually one of the signature attacks of Zygarde. You don't know who Zygarde is, and that's okay. Zygarde is the legendary Pokemon from Generation 6. He's effectively the Mewtwo, but he has an even less explanation than Mewtwo does.
See, this is what was supposed to happen.
Yeah. And it's important that we're getting Oracle up a couple of levels because she will be our primary Pokemon against Roxanne.
Nice.
Because, well, look at her special stat. It's already 2.5 times her level.
Nice. Acid armor? No.
That's okay. Sneasel still has acrobatics. And at this point, it's important to know that the buffs in the Pokemon games have always been multipliers, so doubling your defense at this point in the game doesn't actually increase your stats all that much.
Go back to school.
Yes, you toddlers. Muddy water.
That dirty water. Bum, bum. Oh. Petalburg, you're my home.
That's where we were. We were in Petalburg. So, Cloud, what is your favorite class in Pokemon?
What is a class?
All right. When I use the term class in Pokemon, what I'm usually referring to is the class, the type of combatant that a Pokemon is. For example, Sneasel I would classify as a glass cannon sweeper, and Jinx I would classify as a different style of glass cannon sweeper, as they are relatively fast, have low defensive stats, but very high offensive stats.
Well, see, like, I don't play competitive Pokemon at all. I don't think I ever got into competitive Pokemon, so the whole idea of like creating a balanced team, well, it's not so much having a team that can handle anything, it's more like having a team that the AI would lose against. And because I already know what the AI is going to use, then it just tailors correspondingly. So yeah, there are tanks, there are glass cannons, there are status fiddlers. I never really got into like the Shuckles or the Snorlaxes who like have lots of health and lots of like stuff that just prolong the fight while also hurting your opponent by using status ailments like poison or what have you. Because I remember Toxic Shuckle was a thing going way back because you can't kill Shuckle because he's got stupidly high defense stats and he'll just wait out while you die. I probably got into a good balance between like tank and what you would call a glass cannon.
I've never actually liked tanks in Pokemon. I understand that tanks actually serve a very important niche in competitive Pokemon, specifically because it's tanks that usually have the ability to set up spikes and stealth rocks. But I fucking hate stealth rocks and don't really want to use it. Hey, Roxanne.
Oh, so in this game, the gym leader will just introduce herself right away.
Well, Roxanne does. This is the tutorial for gyms, so.
Remember,
after all, the games are still, very beginner friendly, and I like that the games are this beginner friendly. But this is a gym where this gym in particular, you can actually skip all the trainers. There's a couple of gyms that allow you to do that, but I think this is the only one in Generation 1 that allows us to do this, or Generation 3 that allows us to do this. At least here.
Yeah, Brock let you do this in Pewter City Gym too.
Brock only had one trainer, though, so does he really count?
No, he had to. Did he only have one?
Yeah, Brock only had one. He had the guy with the Sandshrew.
Oh. And now it's time for our first gym leader fight.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on a red light. Roxanne.
That's not a rock type, maybe.
No, well, actually, I'm pretty sure this Lilligant is not a rock type, given how hard it kicks our ass, but...
Well, we gotta at least try.
Come on, Oracle. Use Try Attack.
Come on.
Let's see what it does. Decent amounts of damage.
Uh-oh. Icy Wind.
Yes, that reduces our speed. Ouch.
That's not good.
And she's got speed boost. Oh, dear.
So that means she's gonna go first next turn. Yep.
Yep. It's just Peck, though. We should be able to survive that, right? Even with a crit, we're fine.
Okay.
Yay, we took down the Lilligant.
Alright, now she's only got one Pokemon left, and it's supposed to be a Nose Pass.
But you know it's not a
It's
Nose
not
Pass.
a Nose
Come
Pass.
on, her first Pokemon's supposed to be a Geodude.
Do-do-do.
Let's see. Remoraid.
Remoraid.
Oh, this should be simple, right?
Remoraid has pathetic stats, though.
This should be simple, right, Cloud?
What is happening? Was that a Leech type attack?
Yes, Horn Leech is the signature attack of the Sarsbook line. Okay, whew. It was actually pretty simple.
Nice. Yeah, you really had me.
Believe it or not,
you really had me going there, Gerdat.
Hey, the gym leaders are still somewhat intense, even in a randomizer, specifically because I'm still trying to have my team be an appropriate level for these. The steroid of the experience share makes it so that it's very easy for your team to end up going much higher up. Oh, look, another thing that I randomized. TMs. She's supposed to give us Rock Tomb here, as she mentions. But instead, she gave us a TM for rest.
Because she's scripted to say Rock Tomb, but she actually gave you the rest TM. That is funny.
Yep.
That is very funny. I like how they made the front of the gym like a museum. Like, that's really cool.
They're aping Gen 4. It's Gen 4.
Yeah, it's Cradley, Kabutops, Omastar.
Oh no, plot is happening.
No. Yeah, those magma grunts can be a real pain in the neck.
Yes, they can.
Well, that was interesting, says Peter Parker while he watches somebody get mugged.
Yep. The sessions I decided to split it by via gym leaders this time around. So yeah, that is the end. That is the end of our first session. We still have a full about 30 seconds left because I need to show off a little bit more of what we've got. This is our Jinx. She's got analytic. These are her stats and her moves. Not what I was looking for though. What I was actually looking for was the fact that yes, my Pokedex doesn't actually work right now because it doesn't register that I've caught any Pokemon.
Yeah.
And this is what our trainer card looks like. This is probably the only time we'll see it. Be safe, everybody.
Yes. We will see you next time. Even more sessions. Even more Pokemon.
And plot.